How to calculate the concentration of bleach. So the question will typically say, this volume of bleach, which contains ClO- ions, was added to an excess of I- ions in the presence of sulfuric acid. The chemical equation for this is, and you'll be given that chemical equation, the I2 formed in this reaction was titrated against a concentration of sodium thiosulfate, and a certain volume of the sodium thiosulfate was needed. And you'll be given another chemical equation that shows how thiosulfate reacts with iodine. Calculate the concentration of the ClO- ions in the bleach. So to do this, there are 4 steps. We're going to calculate the number of moles of thiosulfate that reacted. We're then going to calculate the number of moles of I2 that reacted. We're going to calculate the number of moles of ClO- ions needed to react with that many moles of I2. And then we're going to calculate the concentration of the bleach. Step 1. Calculate the number of moles of S2O32- thiosulfate that reacted. So we're going to use N is CV to work out the number of moles. So the concentration of the thiosulfate from the question is green, is 0.2, and the volume is 29.45. Remember to divide by 1,000 because V is in decimeters cubed, and that tells us the number of moles of thiosulfate that reacted is 5.89 times 10 to the minus 3 moles. Step 2. Calculate the number of moles of I2 used in the titration. So from the second equation that we're given in the question, this one here, we're told that 2 moles of thiosulfate react with 1 mole of I2. So to work out the number of moles of I2, you have to divide the number of moles of thiosulfate that we found, which is this number here, by 2. And that gives us 2.945 times 10 to the minus 3 moles. Step 3. Calculate the number of moles of ClO- ions needed to make that many moles, this many moles of I2. So if we look at equation 1 that we're given in the question, ClO- plus 2I- plus 2H plus goes to Cl- plus I2 plus H2O. What that means is 1 mole of I2 is made by 1 mole of ClO- because it's a 1-to-1 ratio. And because we know the number of moles of I2 that we made, and it's 1-to-1, that means that 2.945 times 10 to the minus 3 moles of I2 were made from 2.94 times 10 to the minus 3 moles of ClO-. Work out the concentration of the ClO- ions. So we know the number of moles of ClO- ions that reacted, which is 2.945 times 10 to the minus 3. We know the volume from the question, which is 30 centimeters cubed. So if we use N equals CV, rearrange it to get C is N divided by V, the number of moles of the ClO- ions is 9.45 times 10 to the minus 3. The volume that reacted is 30 divided by 1,000. Remember, we need to put volumes in decimeters cubed. If you plug those numbers into a calculator, you get the answer, which is 0.0982 moles per dm cubed. And that's the answer to the question.